Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Pregnant woman killed in double murder in Norwood, St. James. A woman reported to be 4 months pregnant was shot and killed, along with her common-law husband, after gunmen attacked them in the early hours of Saturday morning in Norwood, St. James. Initial reports are that Swain Pennicott, otherwise called Susu, and Barrington Clark, also called Pepper, were murdered while in bed after gunmen invaded their home on Chico Lane. It is alleged that about 5:50 a.m., the assailants made their entry by breaking down the door and then pepper-sprayed the couple with several rounds. They made good their escape. The mother of 4 and her common-law husband were later pronounced dead. The incident has left the ear of Norwood community tense. Family members were distraught as they tried to come to grips with the killing. A relative who was on the scene shared that Pennicott, who already was a mother of 4 boys, was hoping for a girl with her current pregnancy. She was 4 months pregnant, and she always tell me, say I want girl she want. She have 4 boys and she need a girl, the relative remarked. The family member further insisted that the deceased woman worked hard for her kids, and it was just recently she had told her she had just paid the school for her 12-year-old so that he could graduate. She is a hard-working girl. She stand up to her kids themselves. She help her kids them very much. Another family member disclosed that Pennicott was the main breadwinner for her children. The police are continuing their probe into the matter, which occurred in a section of the community that falls under zones of special operations that had been set up in the community last year. M16 rifle, ammo seized in highway gun bus. A police team headed by Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of Crime and Security Portfolio, Fitz Bailey, are reporting that they have seized approximately 9 firearms and 466 rounds of assorted ammunition during a targeted operation on a section of the Edward Seaga Highway in St. Catherine on Friday. According to police reports, a team acting on information intercepted 2 vehicles on the highway at approximately 9:30 p.m. A search of the vehicle was subsequently conducted. The latter yielded 3 M16 rifles, 5 pistols, 1 revolver, 235.56 rounds of ammunition, 45 .38 cartridges, 150 9mm cartridges, 21.45 cartridges, 8 rifle magazines, 17 pistol magazines. 3 men were taken into custody. Their identities have, however, been withheld to facilitate further investigations. Woman in viral stabbing video charged. Chanel Freckleton, the 28-year-old woman who was seen in a viral clip allegedly stabbing a man, has been charged with unlawful wounding. She is set to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on June 29. The alleged assault was reported to the police on May 28. The victim of the alleged assault was 34-year-old Kishan Porter. She did not make a report about her child being molested. She informed the police that she and the father of her child have a dispute in the family court in Kingston, as the father has filed for custody for the child, a police source reported. Hearts ripped out. Despite being saddened and upset after having their 4x100 relay world record 42.58 seconds rejected by World Athletics because of a clerical error by drug testers, members of the Jamaican girls under-20 team say they will use the setback to fuel another shot at the record. The team of Serena Cole, Tina Clayton, Brenna Liston, and Tia Clayton had set the record at the 49th Character Games inside the National Stadium on April 17, breaking the record 42.94 seconds that another Jamaican team had set last year World Athletics Under-20 Championships in Kenya. Cole, the lead-off runner, as well as Tina and Tia Clayton, told reporters on Friday that they were saddened by the news, but all vow to make amends in August World Under-20 Championships to be held in Colombia. The record was not ratified by World Athletics, as not all 4 athletes were tested for drugs by the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, who said they were following guidelines set by World Anti-Doping Agency that athletes should not be tested more than once over a 24-hour period. Tina Clayton, who had won the under-20 girls 100 meter the previous day and had undergone testing, was not tested after the relay. Alexander Williams, chairman of the JADCO board, has since acknowledged that they should have tested all 4 runners and said they would be carrying out investigation. Corey Bennett, head coach of Jamaican team that sweep all 8 relays and racks up a record of 94 medals at the 3-day championships, did not mince word as he said, "Jadko has ripped our hearts out. This is indeed a very sad day for track and field in Jamaica, and indeed the world," said Bennett, who coaches the Highdale High team. "It is totally inexcusable, unforgivable and embarrassing, to say the least. Jadko has robbed Jamaica of what is rightfully ours. Jadko needs to revisit their regulations and put in line with the WADA accepts and expects." On April 17, 2022, 4 under-20 young ladies brought so much joy to the nation, and on May 31, 2022, Jadko had ripped our hearts out. Tia Clayton, who ran the anchor leg on both teams that had broken the record, told reporters, "I feel very disappointed that we set our record and it was taken away. I would not say cheated, as Jadko knows what to do." She said when she heard the news, "I was very upset because I said this should have not happened, this kind of mistake. But we brush it off and say, we have to go at it again, and all we can do is learn from our mistakes, and we will ask questions so next time this doesn't happen again." Cole said, "I am feeling a little bit sad, but the record being taken away from us, but things happen in life sometimes that we can't take back, so we have to just do what we have to do at the World Under-20 and do another great performance and get back our record." Cole added, "Something happened with Jadko and we hope that it will not happen to someone else." Tina Clayton said, "When I first heard the news, I was sad, yes, and I was like, why is the record rejected? As I did not know the reason. But as time passed, I got to understand that it was because all 4 of us were not tested. I know that we are going to get better and stronger. Things happen for a reason. Maybe this was a setback for all 4 of us on the team, and we just have to come back better and stronger and get past this, and we will learn from it and grow," she said. 5 more COVID-19 deaths, 264 new cases reported. Jamaica on Friday reported 264 new cases of COVID-19 and 5 virus-related deaths in the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of cases recorded on the island since the start of the pandemic to 138,374 and the death toll to 3,073. Of the newly reported cases, there were 158 females and 106 males, with ages ranging from 1 day to 108 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 72, St. James 34, St. Anne 25, St. Catherine 34, Westmoreland 19, Hanover 5, St. Elizabeth 9, St. Mary 1, Trelawney 6, Clarendon 14, Manchester 21, Portland 13, and St. Thomas 11. Meanwhile, the latest fatalities are a 71-year-old male from St. Catherine, whose death was recorded in September 2021, a 58-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, who died in September 2021, a 27-year-old female, whose death was recorded in November 2021, a 73-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, who died in January 2022, and a 60-year-old male from St. Catherine, who died in May 2022. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country also recorded 176 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 87,587. The country's positivity rate for the last batch of testing is 30.6%. There are confirmed 2,782 active cases on the island. Approximately 121 patients are hospitalized, 3 of them critically ill. Prescriptions can be transmitted electronically in Jamaica, says Health Ministry. Getting a prescription will no longer require a doctor's visit, as the document can now be transmitted electronically, the Minister of Health and Wellness has advised. However, this can only be done with the consent of the patient and must comply with the provisions of the Data Protection Act to ensure sensitive information is protected. The ministry made the announcement on Friday while explaining that it had sought the advice of the Attorney General Chambers AGC on the matter. The AGC reportedly advised that based on Regulation 20 of the Pharmacy Regulations, the transmission of prescription for drugs through electronic means is permissible in Jamaica. The ministry cautioned that since medication data are a type of highly sensitive personal data, entities transmitting prescriptions electronically must ensure that the system meets the legal requirements of the Government of Jamaica's Data Protection Act 2020 or BGDPR General Data Protection Regulation complainant concerning the end-to-end operations in order to safeguard patient data privacy and security. Further, government agencies should be able to audit and confirm the claims of privacy, data protection, cyber threats, and encryption if applicable to the system. If there are already existing recommendations, they should be accepted, the ministry added. It said patient consent should be in writing and reflect agreement to be part of any program and for their data to be shared electronically with other medical professionals. These consent forms should be readily available for audit. The ministry said the freedom to choose the service should remain with the patient, while partially fulfilled prescriptions should be available to dispense with the balanced quantity by the same or other pharmacy of the patient's choosing, and which may or may not be a part of the network. The system should also be able to avoid dual dispensing of drugs given the availability of both physical and digital copies, and checks and balance in the system to avoid the same, it said. Meanwhile, the ministry said it will establish a small internal team to coordinate current and emergent issues to do the electronic transmission of prescriptions. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.